How's it feel to be in the playoffs, back in the playoffs?
It's certainly exciting. This time of the year is always a lot of fun, and fortunately for us, we've both at Indiana and the programs that have been on the past have been in a lot of the tournaments. So you kind of have an idea of what to expect, and it's exciting, but it's also to be expected, and that's what we work every day for, and looking forward to going out and putting our best foot forward.
How much do you feel like you maybe don't need to talk to guys about this experience because they know what a regional feels like, just how it works, how it moves? I know obviously everyone's different, but just the experience of it, I guess.
It certainly helps that the players here have played, for the most part, have played in the regional. I think it's always important to reiterate what is successful in these type of tournaments. It's the team that's the best with 2 strikes and with 2 outs, the team that can go out and execute the best. I mean, these games are going to be 1-run games in the 7th inning, one way or the other. You're either up or you're down by 1 in the 7th, and you got to find a way to scrap it out in the end. So we talk about those things and make sure that we understand how these games will go and what is successful in a tournament like this. You look at the course of a season over a 24, 26, whatever you play in the conference schedule. You can play a little bit different style, right? You're going to get somebody's Saturday and Sunday guy. You're going to get somebody's 3rd or 4th reliever. You're going to play against the teams that range the spectrum of the conference, and you can win games. Maybe not if you don't win a Friday, you can still go out and win a conference championship. And these games will be different. They'll be tight. All the teams here are either playing their best baseball at the end of the season, or they've put a body of work together that secured them a bid in this tournament. So everybody will be very good, and everybody will be fully prepared to have success in these type deals.
How do you sort of maybe diagnose what went wrong in Omaha? Was it maybe a matter of guys maybe trying to play a different style of game and trying to do little things different just based on what was needed out there?
I don't really know exactly, to be honest with you. We've been a polarizing team throughout the whole season, and it's usually, you look at it, just to be completely honest, we'll get right, we'll get where we need to be at, and we'll play well for a couple weeks, and then we do some knucklehead things, and then we have to go back and get back to the basics and remind everybody what we have to do. Watch a bunch of video, have some difficult conversations, and then we usually go out and get back to ourselves a little bit. It's frustrating to be polarizing, to kind of have the ebb and the flow of it, but that's also the challenge of coaching, and that's the way it goes. That's our responsibility to find a way to get those things right. So as we go into this, the only thing now we can do is learn from that, and learn from where we were emotionally, where we were as we tried to play the game. I know the home run was a topic out there quite a bit. To be honest with you, we didn't hit a ball hard in 2 games, so it really didn't come into effect. And, we were around balls, we were long, and expanded the zone and pull side on the ground and opposite field flare, and just a lot of the things that when we're good, we don't do any of those things. And I told the guys this yesterday, when we hit home runs, it's not that we ever have like 4 hits on 3 home runs and we score 6 runs. It's we have like 12 hits and 3 of them happen to be home runs. So when you hit balls, when you get into good counts and hit balls on the barrel, you strike them true enough. Some of them just happen to go over the fence, and so we have to be simple enough and be focused enough to just try to put the ball in the barrel, get into good counts, and be competitive with 2 strikes, and that's when we have success.
When you had the positive emotional catharsis and it's closing out the regular season, the title, then you have the experience out of the Big Ten tournament. Does this team have a bit of a chip on its shoulder again now, maybe?
I mean, I hope so. This is probably a bad analogy, but you have those last couple of weekends where you kind of smell blood in the water, and you're going to go hunt for it, and we have to get where we're like that every day. And the reality is we haven't been. We've fluctuated, and that part we have to work that out, and we have to get rid of that. But I think you're probably accurate with that, where it's back into where it's do or die, and the life of this team. The life of this team is now on the balance every time you go out to play. And someone's trying to end your life. They're trying to end your season. They're trying to end your career. And we have to make sure that we play with that urgency again.
Do you have any idea of kind of how you want the weekend rotation to unfold? Or
a lot of it will depend on what the breakdowns say of the matchups for our opponents. I guess if you're going to take one positive from our poor performance last weekend is that now we really have the flexibility to do whatever we want with whoever we want and match up, their splits, how they are against righties and lefties, how they are against sinkers and higher PM guys, and then match it up. You're going to have, Milto is going to be in the first couple of games certainly, and then everyone else kind of falls in behind that. And you want to put Paulie in a position to be the most successful that he can be, whether it's the first game or the second game, and we'll kind of make a decision based on the numbers.
What do you think of the Illinois State? How much have you had a chance to really look at that?
I haven't much yet. I know the coach there has done a terrific job. I mean, look at their production this year and the jump that they've made. So obviously they're going to be good. I know they can run as some athletes. They really hit. I know their Friday guy is a lefty. If you were to throw against us, has good numbers. Is more of a pitchability guy, which we've struggled with at times in the past. So we're going to have to go out and be good. But I know they're going to be really well coached, because you don't go out and win. Missouri Valley is a terrific conference, right? They put 3 or 4 teams in. I don't know off the top of my head, but really good at conference, and they're going to be well prepared. And their coach has had a lot of success where he's been, and he obviously has with this team too. So they're going to be excellent.
Is it gratifying to know that it's easy driving distance for Indiana fans?
Yeah, that will be exciting. Hopefully, we have a lot of IU fans down there cheering us and supporting us, and it's nice for the families to be able to go down and be a part of it. I've been a part of it where we get shipped halfway across the world, and been a part of it where we go down the road, and so it's nice when your family's there and you have some of the hometown crowd behind you too.
Gabe Bierman is a guy who obviously has been through a lot personally the last couple of weeks. How has he progressed? You've seen him as a pitcher to where you trust him in the late innings with down the scenes.
Well, the ability for him to be resilient and his toughness, those things have always been there. Obviously, for his ability to handle the last couple of weeks and still go out and compete, you can see the things that he's emotionally been capable of. But what he's physically done is what's allowed him to have more success as we've gone. He's gotten so much bigger and stronger. The variation of pitches, the four seam with the sinker, obviously the changeup now with the slider addition, all of those, the variation of pitches, but his strength and those things have allowed him to be really a go-to guy for us. And you've seen us, put him in the biggest situations. And you look at getting Braden Tucker back from injury. He's been excellent. He was good again today in practice. And Alex Franklin, his growth has been tremendous. Those young arms have really taken a step forward just because they're bigger and they're stronger, and their pitch variations. Coach Parker does a great job of being able to manipulate the ball and teach them different sequences and tunnels, and that allows them to have more success. So, I would expect to see those young guys play a prominent role out of our pen early, more so this weekend than probably at any time in the past.
The performance at Omaha, one silver lining is you had a long break afterwards between then and going into the tournament. Able to use that for anything positive?
Absolutely. We've had our longest, hardest practices of the year the last couple of days, and we will again the next couple of days. You have to use every second. You have to use every minute. And so for us to have a couple of days to go back and just rewatch those games and to really break down every piece of it and to diagnose our issues and to be able to put a practice plan together to attack those things. And those things, we're always so much better after that. If you see us, we always play better when we're not necessarily because we're home, because we're at our home ballpark, when we're home because we can get in there and work and coach and put together specific plans. And the longer you're away from home, the harder that piece is to really help your team be prepared and to go out and have success. So we'll use this week, and it's right. Like I would have much rather gone out there and played well, as we all would have. But at the same time, I am the eternal optimist, and I know that. And so we're going to sit down as a staff, and we talked about to use this to our advantage and our benefit, and to get these guys ready to go and to be the best that we can be, whatever that is. We just want to be the best that we can be and play the best style and brand that we can.
You know that ballpark very well, Pitchers Park?
It really depends on the day. I've played there a lot as a player and as a coach. There are some days when it plays really small and balls are flying out of there, and there are some days it plays big. I don't know how the weather patterns work, but it is like, very polarizing, that the ballpark, how it plays. So it'll kind of depend on the day, but if you don't hit the ball in the barrel, it won't necessarily matter what we do, like we did this weekend. It wouldn't have mattered if we were playing in like a little league field. It wouldn't have changed anything. So we'll have to go and play to the surroundings and find a way to have good at bats.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, I had